Good afternoon. It's Sunday, August 18th, 1:09 p.m. Mountain Time. Kind of want to use this time to put down a foundation and paint a picture for a way moving forward. Now, I'm going to be talking from my perspective in the niche that I have experience in. The niche that I'm most passionate about. I feel like moving forward, if we're going to work towards a path, I believe it's important that we look at all the components. Here in the United States of America, we are fanatics if we're not performing. Even if we're performing, we're still fanatics. We love sports. There's a lot into creating some of these athletes and the facilities that they play in, from the people in the boardroom to the construction workers to logistics. I believe here in America we should really make a conscious effort to really get behind that, to really invest in the individual that is performing in that aspect. And I'm only going to be speaking from my personal experience and what I believe in and what I know about, what I'm familiar about. You'll have to go to someone else's platform that has more experience in an instrument or more experience with the economy or more experience with technology. Here I'm going to speak on athletics and how important it is to our 25-year future. People really don't understand, on a deeper level, in my opinion, the athlete, the gladiator. You're born with it or you're born without it, and it's not a correct or doesn't make anybody better than the next person. Not everybody can perform at the highest level. Not everybody has supreme athletic ability. No, not everybody's born with it. But I can tell you a move to anticipate is the increased amount of people that will be performing in sports. It will be an always a continuing trend. As long as we're having babies on this planet, there's going to be an athlete. So what do we do with that inevitability? We get behind it. We don't wait until college to give them all the tools to not fail. We do it early. And it starts with the coaches. You know, I was one of those guys that when I was younger, I would look at a passionate coach, and be like, bro, it's not that serious. It's an elementary game. But I became an adult and started coaching and really seeing the passion behind pushing that child. I see how silly that argument is. So I've been on both sides of, dude, calm down, it's just a game. But if you really look at what you're trying to push these kids to do in a controlled environment, it's really deeper than that. And we've missed the mark on really finding a way to drive home a direction for our country through the athlete. We train them to do everything else in their power to be supreme on the field. But if we apply life skills, come on now. So I propose a program that is a committee of people that believe a direction for our country, and we figure out ways to implement those in coaching programs. And I have a plan. That is my niche. That's my passion. There's so much to be understood about the athlete. Metaphysically, scientifically. And if we're talking about sustainability, we're already going to progress into wanting to know that anyway. The conversation starts now. Not everybody's prepared to have that. We still have coaches cussing at kids. We still have coaches putting hands on. We still got parents and coaches tripping at games. Straight disrespecting an absolute God-given blessing. And I can almost guarantee that's the whole reason why we're still alive. There's those tight games. God be up like, oh, that was a good game. We're going to let him live for another 100 years. Someone in your family, a relative you know, plays a sport. Get behind them. Coaches. Come on now. Let's coach him to tomorrow. Not into, I want to see what his mind made up and make him quit. That's trash. That's old. So I'm challenging you coaches and family members. How are we going to speak to them? We really need to show desperate on their improvement. Let them know we are desperate for your improvement. Whether on and off the field, mostly off the field, to be honest with you. These kids that we push and motivate to do better on the field, we need to push and motivate them to do better in expanding life, understanding, wanting to grow and understand the effects of climate change. Growing old to want to understand the better way to apply certain components to our economy to make it work better. We're molded minds. We need to get out of creating failures and creating weak minds. Take your time to tell the kid that he's got a weak mind and he needs to adjust by doing these steps. Instead of, oh, you weak, get the hell off my field. That's trash, and you don't need to be coaching. These are all boss moves. This is all out of the norm. But since we see growth in sports, since we see that, we might as well get behind it and improve on it. And how we improve on it is talking to the kids as human beings, talking to the adults that are performing as human beings. The NFL's already doing this stuff, people. Like these young minds and young coaches, they already know what it is. It's like they're communicating with one another as human beings. That makes a kid or a human being want to, that's respect. So if you as a coach, if this is touching you in a sensitive way, and you might need to reflect on making some adjustments to your approach to kids, do that. It ain't nobody's business. Just like you allowing me to inspire you, I'm open to allowing you to inspire me. But be inspired. This is a conversation that should have happened a long time ago. What is a SET program? There's ways to where we can create these programs to where inner cities can improve on their infrastructure and their togetherness and their stimulus. It'd be a way of stimulating their economy. Like sustainability is a way to stimulate economies. People. That's looking at ways to improve on current assets. One being athletes, coaching, and performance, and really entertainment. Like, how do we look at it improving that? Because those are human beings, right? Some people are born with that natural ability. Some people have to work at it. There's bodies out there that have been wasted on not allowing that extra push because there's not an extra program for that. There's public-private partnerships that can be created. But it starts with the coaches and really, if you're a coach, you need to step in bossmanship. But it takes a boss to look. I'm out.